All right, YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Tom back at it with another video for you guys. And this time I have the other, I guess not half, but third of the Trash Cats. Introduce yourself, get us.
I am Get a Shonigan, 1/3 of the Trash Cats. What's
Um,
happening? What's going on, everybody?
and he's here today because our next video series is going to be all about Get Us. All about Get Us, and how he is on the road to getting a 1 KD. That's our goal. And I'm gonna be coaching him. So it's gonna be a lot of us two for the next few videos because we're gonna make these videos until he gets to 1 KD, or he gives up. Either one. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. So
I feel like it's going to take a long time.
yeah. So basically, let's talk about how we came up with this idea. Because we wanted to have like a kind of like a coaching series, and Geddes was the prime subject because he's part of the Trash Cats, and he's looking to improve. So here we are, and the series is basically just going to be me coaching Geddes, giving him tips and tricks, kind of tweaking his gameplay to where he's going to be a better player and he's going to get more kills and he's going to die less. That's the goal, right? Getting more kills and dying less. Let's begin by just guess, what do you think your biggest weakness in Warzone is right now?
I think movement is probably my biggest issue. I have a tendency to kind of run aimlessly and just like when we play quads, right? I just feel myself like I'm just following y'all at times, and I don't know really what I'm doing. And there's other times where I feel like I tend to do better when I see you go on one side of, like, let's say like a house or whatever, and I'm going on the other side, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I need to be doing more of this and not just following y'all around. I don't know. I feel like that leads me into bad situations.
So movement and positioning.
Yes.
Is
I think those are my two biggest things.
Your two biggest weaknesses. Okay. So basically how this is going to work is Get Us recorded some of his gameplay, and we're just going to go through it, and we're going to it's going to be like a coaching session, I'm going to critique it, see what he does right, see what he does wrong, and hopefully at the end, you retain some of the information and you just keep incrementally getting better and better every day. That's the goal. And maybe we'll post like weekly updates or something on social media and see where you're at.
Yeah, I need to also devote a little more time to it. So that would be cool to kind of see like where I progress, and
right,
this week this is where I'm at, this week's where I'm at, this week's where I'm at. That'd be kind of a cool thing to do.
Right. So yeah, so that's the gist of it. The new video series, the road to 1 KD for Get Us.
The road to 1 KD.
Let's go. All right, let's get into it. All right, Get Us. So this is a gameplay of you. This is one night's worth of gameplay, right? From the other night. Yes. We're playing trios with Ernest, the other third of Trash Cats. And basically Get Us just clipped a bunch of clips that he thought, was relevant, and we're gonna go over it and give him some feedback. So let's watch this. I watched this before, but I'll let it play, and then give my feedback on it. So you see a guy in the hangars, and you talk about positioning. This is good positioning, right? Because you're in cover, you're behind a wall, because you can see there's a wall to your right, so that's fine. But so I'm gonna pause it here. When you shoot that PKM, right, you can tell that your recoil control needs to improve. Because if you look, and how to do this is I think that beginner players should just pick a loadout, like pick two guns they're comfortable with and play with those guns until they get really good with those guns, right? Because if you switch guns, every gun has a different type of recoil pattern, so you have to learn a new recoil pattern every time you switch. So if you like the PKM, stick with the PKM. You like the I know you like the Rams. If you like that, stick with the Ram.
So I just because of what you said, I went back to the gun that I originally used, which is
Mhm.
the M4. That's
Okay.
I'm just sticking with that. Origin and M4
Okay.
is what I'm running.
The M4 is a good gun. So that's yeah. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
The M4 is always balanced. It's always solid. So that's a good gun to use. But if you just have to learn the recoil uh, pattern,
Mhm.
and for controller players, usually generally, if you just move your thumbstick, your joystick down a little bit while you shoot at the same time, it'll kind of counteract that recoil a little bit. And you can aim a little bit better. So that's a little tip
Oh,
when
okay.
you're shooting. Yeah, just so don't just press like just don't just press the trigger because the gun's gonna go all over the place. You kind of have to kind of um anticipate the recoil and kind of move your thumbstick down a little bit, and it'll control the
Okay.
recoil a little bit better.
Yeah, because
So,
I like in that situation, I was just firing, and then as I got done, I would try to reposition and fire, and then reposition, fire, then reposition. So you're saying just try to bring it down as I'm shooting, and it'll kind of stabilize it.
right at the same time as you're pulling the trigger.
Okay.
Yeah. So here is a good example of positioning right here, right? So you're at the buy and Ernest gets down. Right. So you see the guy beforehand, right?
The guy that's in there, I didn't know he was there.
Right, but you
I
didn't know
did. See,
he yeah.
you know, I did see
After
that. I
he
did see
kills
that.
Ernest, you see him. So you don't peek the same door because he has the advantage at this point. He already knows you're there. He already shot at you. So if you peek the same door, what he's going to be doing? He's going to be aiming at you, right? So he's pre-aiming
Right.
that door already. So once you peek, it doesn't matter how good you are. Once you peek that door and peeking that door slowly like that, all is going to happen is you're going to die 100% of the time. Because if you look, I'm going to play it back. So he goes. You see him right, and you peek it slowly. So that gives him time. He's already aiming at you. And if you peek it slowly, that gives him time to basically adjust his aim right to your head. And you're never gonna win that gunfight because one, he's gonna shoot you first, and two, he's probably just gonna hit headshots because he's already aiming at where your head is. All he has to do is pull the trigger at that point.
Yeah,
So
I see how stupid that is.
right. So and it when you look back at it, it looks dumb, but a lot of people like I do it sometimes, because you're just trying to one, you're trying to save Ernest, and two, you're just trying to kill the guy as fast as possible, and he's there. So the impulse is to look at him and shoot, right? But that can't be your first thought. Your first thought is how do I get an advantage on this guy because right now I don't have an advantage on the guy because he knows where you're at. So you have to move somewhere else to where he doesn't know where your exact position is. Because most of the time, if in Call of Duty, if you get the first shot off, you're gonna win, right? If you hit your shots. Um,
Right.
so find a way to wrap around the building because it's a small building, so you could have wrapped around the right, the left, something to where he's gonna be a little bit surprised when you pop out, and he's just not looking straight at you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, or could I have had like hit the slide out so then he
Right.
wouldn't. Okay,
Yeah, and
but it would have made
that's
more sense for me to just go around him.
yeah, and that's for another video, I think, because we're gonna practice. We're gonna practice like movements and stuff because there's movements in Call of Duty that are kind of broken, and you need to know them to be good.
Okay.
So that'll be another video, but that's a little bit more advanced than just basic positioning and playing smart. I feel like that's the most important part. If you play smart, you're gonna get a lot of easy kills, and like I say in my other videos, you're just looking for easy kills. Easy kills is great because you don't have to challenge the guy that's shooting at you. You just have good positioning and you just aim and shoot most of the time. Really easy.
So yeah, so like Ernest tagged this dude,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to find him, but I can't really see him.
Right.
But like I get like the understanding, like I don't want to be like all out in the opens. That's why I was like kind of hugging that. But
Yeah. So this is good. Okay. So Ernest is down here.
Mhm.
What's your thought process on after Ernest
so
gets down?
so I knew that the guy was over in that area. So and he had shot me. So that's just why I'm crawling or I'm laying prone and trying to walk myself back.
Mm-hmm.
But I was still trying to kill the guy. And I got to the point where I was like, I'm not gonna be able to kill him. So I just jumped off and
Okay.
not knowing that there was another guy that was in the top of the hills or the mountain or whatever that had killed me.
Got you. Okay. So this is another kind of example of like he's there, right? So don't give him a
Yeah.
shot, right? So if you're gonna jump off, he's there. Don't jump off this side. Jump off the other side
Right.
because they're not gonna have an angle if you jump off the other side. And this is actually good that you thought about this because a lot of people will stay there and basically challenge that fight, but there's another team across the way. Your teammate just got down. You're by yourself. There's no point. There's no point in fighting this fight. It's okay to disengage in fights. All right. A lot of people think that once you get into a fight, you got to finish it, but it's okay to disengage because what's the point of getting killed, right? What's the point of
Right.
taking a fight if you're just gonna get killed because you don't even know where they are at this point. So this was good that you disengaged. You just kind of took the wrong angle because once you jump down, they have a shot on you, and it's an easy shot because you're basically falling down, and all they have to do, is to track you down and kill you right there.
Right.
So this is another super sword drop. We drop super sword a lot, almost every game. So you guys are gonna want to see a lot of super sword drops. And so let me ask you this: like we drop superstore a lot. Do you think you have superstore the layout, the
Yeah, I think I have a pretty good understanding of the layout of Superstore now. I feel comfortable. I feel comfortable. Like if I play solo, that's where I land because I feel comfortable with the area.
got you? Okay, so that's good. That's another important tip. If you're not good at the game yet, pick a spot, land there, and basically learn it inside and out. Learn all the little nooks and crannies because Superstore, as you know, that there's a lot of places to hide. And if you know Superstore, you can use that to your advantage pretty easily here.
So that guy that was over there, I didn't have the aim to try to get him. I couldn't really get him, and I was like, "There's no point of me standing there trying to
Right.
shoot the guy." So I just ran away.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yeah. See, now I'm looking for the guy that had killed. I don't remember who that was.
I think he pops out right here. Yeah.
So that was an accident. I didn't necessarily mean to mount that.
Yeah, and that's your movement there was fine. Like you're basically running from cover to cover. And that's fine. It's just you got to work on your hitting your shots there. That's
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'm not even gonna get to the point. I got to get to that point first.
Yeah, I mean, the most important part is hitting your shots, but that's going to come. Um that's really not something that can be. I don't feel like that's something that can be coached. You just have to practice it, right? You just have to
Right.
play the game and learn how to the aiming mechanics work.
Some days I feel like I'm on, and some days I'm not, I'm just not.
Right, and that's everybody. Oh, this is a good fight. All right, so you see this guy.
I've waited too long. I feel like.
Yeah, you waited too long to shoot him. Um, yeah, it's just you waited too long to shoot him. Once you learn how to fight one guy, we'll show you how to fight like multiple people when you're down like 2v1 or 3v1 type situations.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, this right here, you just waited too long to shoot at him.
Like I should have already
Right.
shot him.
Yeah, because you're right behind him, so just kill him, right?
Yeah.
And then the guy shot at you, so it looked like you kind of panicked a little bit.
Oh yeah, of course.
Right,
I
and
panic a lot.
that's natural. That's natural. But this is actually a good fight. See, I feel like
See it.
your positioning from where you were, it's a lot better than it was before. Because I watched this and I was like, it's not terrible. Um,
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I feel like my positioning was the reason why I was able to kill those three guys like
exactly,
that.
exactly, because they didn't know where you were, right? Um,
Yeah.
everybody else was right in front of them, and they're focused on that. But that's what I, talk about in my other videos. Like that's how you get those easy kills, because you just catch people off guard, and you don't have to like, challenge people 1v1 every single time, because you only get one death, um, and then you're out of the game. You gotta start another game. So there's no point in like ego challenging everybody. Um,
Yeah,
especially if you're not that good yet.
that's something I had to figure out. This is another one of those situations where I'm seeing people, but I don't know the
Right.
recoil of this gun that well.
Exactly, exactly. So if you knew the recoil of that gun, if you were comfortable with that gun, you probably would have killed a couple of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see how the
Yes, I mean,
gun's bouncing all around.
yeah. I'm just
Right.
spraying and praying.
And you watch streamers, like it looks like they have no recoil because they can control the recoil that well, you know? Like
Yeah, that's very true.
every gun has recoil. But a lot of people complain, it's like, well, why do streamers look like they don't have recoil? But you just gotta control the recoil. It takes practice. It takes practice.
Yeah, well, because I feel like my aim is not good, and then having to try to control the recoil when my aim is trash, it's like it seems like an impossible feat for me to even attempt to do.
Well,
Like, look at that.
that's part of aiming, Um, and your aim, I feel like it's fine. I feel like I think your one thing I can critique about your aim is stop aiming for the head. And it's kind of counterintuitive, but if a lot of these guns they recoil up, so if you aim for the chest, um, and the recoil bounces up, it'll hit the head. So just aim for the chest. It's also a bigger target, so you'll hit more shots.
See, yeah, but I feel like I do that in the gulag, and I end up getting killed. Like I leave them with a sliver of life left every single time. That's just why I started trying to move up. But I guess I mean it makes sense.
Yeah, if you aim for like the upper chest, neck area, you'll get headshots. You'll get more headshots.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I have a habit of thirsting people.
yeah, and
I want the kill so bad.
this is just awareness. I think you knew somebody was over here because I
I
think
did.
we talked about it. We calmed it, and yeah, you like you said, you just got thirsty and tried to thirst them. But um, man, there's a lot of rats in this game. You got to be cognizant of your surroundings at all times, or that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm still trying to learn that. So okay, so like even that, like I feel like I got lucky on that, like
Yeah, your
because
aim
I
was
was
pretty. It was pretty off on that, and
yeah
I think that's more of you rushing things than anything.
okay.
If you just take your time and aim, you do a lot better. Because when I see people that move like back and forth like that, you're either panicking or you're rushing your shot.
It's me panicking.
Right. So
That's what it is.
just slow yourself down. I know it's easier said than done, but you know.
Yeah, I see this guy picking up a gun and have the damn pistol, so I'm like, I got to do something fast because he's gonna kill me.
Mhm. And once you get your aim down, you can do things quicker. Like basically it'll be second nature, and you just do things without thinking about it. But at first, just slow yourself down. Make sure you hit your shots. Like the most important thing is make sure you hit your shots. So this is the last thing I'll go over. And we went over this in the beginning of the video a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But so you kill this guy, and you kill this other guy as well. And that was a good peek right there because you had cover and you peeked around the corner, so that was good. But this right here, I'm gonna pause it right there. You see this guy? He's coming and he's pointing the gun right at you, right?
Yeah.
So what's your first impulse? You shoot him, right?
Yeah.
But
But I mean, that's my thought process. But like my
right,
aim is trash.
right. But I don't want you to think about shooting this guy right here in this situation.
Okay.
Either you slide down and you move, like you move in front of him and like slide cancel,
Hmm.
or you back up, and then repeat. Because right here for this, and it's hard to do it, but when you practice, it'll be second nature. Because you have to do it within a split second, right? Because it's very, it's Call of Duty. It's like split second gunfights.
Hmm.
But you're gonna lose this fight probably 99% of the time because where's his gun point? It's right at you right now, right?
Right.
So even if your aim was on point right here, you're probably gonna lose that fight. Just because he saw you before you saw him, right?
My whole thought
He
process.
caught you off guard right here, and
Yeah. I knew somebody was coming, but my
right,
whole thought process was I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
right. So
When I
if
probably
you know
should.
somebody's coming, right, don't stand in the middle of the hallway or don't stand in the middle of the stair like that and just point your gun, because I understand that you're ready for him to come, but you're also exposed 100%, right? And you never want to be fully exposed out like that because you're just an easy target at this point. Um, and he just it's just easy to kill you at that point. So
Looking at that, I feel so dumb.
right. So always want to be the aggressor. Always want to be the aggressor, right?
Right.
You either want to be the aggressor or you want to be the guy that catches somebody off guard, right? He knows you're there. You know he's there. Don't let him be the aggressor. If you're going to challenge him, run down the stairs, slide cancel around the corner, and shoot him in the face. Or,
Mm,
or if you're going to be passive, run back up the stairs, and you have more space on the roof to maneuver yourself. Because right here, there's no way. It's only one staircase, right? So you go forward or you go backwards. But if you're on the roof and he comes up, you can climb. If you know like the hiding spots, you can climb up above him, above the doorway, wait for him to come out the doorway, shoot him that way. You can go around behind. Like there's just more maneuvering you can do on the roof than in this staircase where it's just back and forth. If you want to play it like that, but right now, if you're telling me that he's there, so you kill this guy, right? You kill this guy, he's there. One, you're weak. So if you're weak like that,
oh yeah, yeah.
you don't need to be challenging this guy in the first place.
And it
Back
had
up,
eight points.
yeah, back up, plate up, and then let him come to you. And you have full plates, and you have an advantage because here he knows where you are because there's only one place you can be, right? You just killed his friend. You're on top of his body. That's the only place you can be. If you back up, you plate up, you go onto the roof, you could be anywhere on that roof. And now he's at a disadvantage because there's only one place he can be, right? And that's coming through the door. So you know where he's at. He doesn't know where you're at that point. So the roles are switched at that point. So just think about that when you're getting into fights. And I know it's hard because like this, like we're pausing and playing, so it seems like it's happening slowly. But
Right.
real time, you play back real time. It's like 5 seconds, right? You have 5 seconds or 1 second to make that decision. But the more you think about it that way, the more you practice it that way, it'll be second nature. And it's like, okay, I killed this guy. Look at my health. I'm low. Gotta back up. Don't need to challenge this fight.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. So we'll leave you with that. That's all the footage that we have for the day. But we'll release more videos in the series, like I said, and they're gonna be focused. I guess they'll be theme focused. We'll go over like more movement and positioning. We'll go over. We're gonna make a settings video. We're gonna go over your settings, make sure that your sensitivity is okay, your game settings are okay. Because that's important too. People kind of overlook that. Like you just load up a game and you play, but there's a lot of settings in Warzone, and you don't have the right settings, you're gonna be at a disadvantage. So we'll make a video on that too. But yeah, it's gonna be a whole series, and we're gonna get us to 1 KD.
I need that 1 KD.
We're gonna get there, and I feel like that's a lot of people's goals, you know.
Yeah, I would be pretty satisfied with a 1 KD, because then I would feel like I would not feel like I'm a detriment to the team. Like, yeah, good to see you getting killed. He's funny, ha ha ha. But it's like, I would like to get to the point where, you know, I'm getting, you know, 3-4 kills on average, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, get to the point where it's like I can actually provide some assistance here. Like, it's not like, oh, Geddes is the last one live, well, we might as well go ahead and chalk this. So.
Right, and I don't know if you don't know this or not, but a 1 KD is like above average for Warzone players.
Really?
Yeah, it's above average. So if you get there, you'll be above average.
Hey, I'm good with that. Look, a 1 KD would make me happy. I don't think I've ever had a 1 KD in anything. Like, the last Call of Duty I actually felt like I was good at was the first Modern Warfare, and that's it. So, in Warzone's like a completely different game. It's not. It's not like playing Shipment and getting 60 kills, or, you know, playing Shoot House or whatnot and getting 30. It's just completely different.
Yeah, exactly. And so we'll take Geddes is gonna take this feedback. We're gonna play games during the week and see if he improves for next week. If you like the series and you like the video, you know what to do. Like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and comment if you have some tips and tricks for Geddes. Comment below, let us know. And also, if you're trying to improve, get to 1 KD, let us know in the comments below what you want to see and what we want to cover, what you want us to cover as well. Yeah, until next time, peace out.
Peace.